Good morning, zookeepers. Welcome back to Planet Zoo. We're doing another video, so it's like 2 in 1 week of like builds. Mainly because I really wanted to make a small alpaca enclosure and to have a mess around with the new guest system where the guests can walk inside the enclosure and pet the animals and just get my sort of like hands on that. So I've not made an enclosure like that yet, so I thought it would be a good chance to give it a go. I made this very simple kind of like barn like structure, so they have like a bedding area to go into as well. The walls kind of look very prison like. I've made an alpaca enclosure before and I tried making it look kind of like farmy and cute, and the alpacas just straight away jumped out. So I do make the walls of this enclosure, which they kind of feel unnecessarily tall, but is for a necessary need of I don't want them running around the zoo causing havoc. But anyways, as you can see, I've made this sort of like as simple as. I might come back and add more to it, probably likely, because when I was getting some shots of the alpacas, I looked at the ceiling, I weren't too happy with it, and I kind of feel like I do need to add some sort of like support structures to it. But I was only doing this kind of quickly because I really just wanted to have like a look at the guest system where they roam around the enclosure, petting the animals, because I was kind of really excited to do that. As like I said, it's the first time actually doing that and actually having a kind of idea, so I wasn't really mainly in focus of making this enclosure look the prettiest. I just needed a bit of place for them to sleep in and also make the fencing so that they couldn't really escape. As you can see what I mean, I did like really simple, didn't make too much of an effort on the fence in there. I was like, you know, I'll add this bit at the top to make it look kind of pretty, so it's not just a brick wall. And like I said, it has to be tall because they just jump straight out. I've never properly explored the settings. I don't know if there's a setting where you can turn it off so they can't just jump out. Uh, but that's an adventure for a different day. So yeah, as you can see, I'm putting the fencing down and the gate for the keeper to come through inside of the barn area, and then just having like a little mess around, making the fence look a bit neat in a way, so it's not too messy. So when I was like taking like little screenshots and things like this, it wasn't like a complete like mess, as it were. And but yeah, I really do like this new like little setting where they can like walk around the enclosure, roam freely, and go and pet the alpacas. It was rather entertaining to watch in a sense, and add like a little bit of an extra kind of feature with your enclosure, seeing all these guests basically chase after the alpacas. It was quite fun to watch, really. Like I thought at first they would just stay on the path because I've not actually properly watched how this system works or whatnot, but I was quite pleasantly surprised to sort of roam around the enclosure to kind of get into the bedding area. And when I get the bushes, you kind of see some of the guests kind of lurking in the bushes, which is kind of weird but funny in a sense. And it definitely adds that little bit of extra entertainment with your enclosure, especially after you finish making it. You just want to sit there, kick back, and watch the animals, and then you can sort of see the guests interact with them, which is really cool. Like they run over to like the alpacas and stroke them, and the alpaca, you can see it's just sat there enjoying life. Not far from me as well, there's like this sort of it's an alpaca farm, and they do these one-to-one alpaca therapy sessions, they call it. I don't get the sort of like therapy. I guess it's therapy for some people, but it's just kind of cool like to be up close with the alpacas. So it kind of gave me that kind of vibe. Like I said, I'm probably going to revisit this. This was just me messing around because I wanted to go and view what this sort of like system was like within the game. And yeah, it was rather entertaining to watch, like I've said a few times probably already. I always lose track of what I said half the time, but obviously this is few of the shots I've managed to get. And it is kind of funny when you see people run through the alpacas, or the alpacas just charge through crowds of people. You'll see later on in these clips what I mean by they can just jump over the fence. So I can't make that kind of like cute looking feeling enclosure that I want to, because they'll just jump over the fence and cause a riot. But yeah, definitely a really nice animal from the barnyard pack, the alpaca. Dead fluffy, the detail on it's really amazing. I used to look after an alpaca called Cosmo, and he was very, very violent for an alpaca. He used to always be kicking and spitting. So it's nice to see alpacas that are very docile. Very different from what I was used to, constantly getting kicked or spat at whilst trying to put his harness on so I could move him from the indoor area to his outdoor enclosure. But yeah, looking at this, like, I really enjoy the alpaca, the way it moves, like the little ear twitches. You can see the fur move when the sort of like, well, the wool moving with the head, and it's just a really like nice animated creature, and they've done like a really good job. Like I said, this is from the Barnyard DLC if you didn't know already. And obviously the walkthrough path where they like customers can like roam the enclosure came with a free update. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this and it's giving you a little inspiration with your builds. If it has, like I said, this is my very simple one. But yeah, till next time, I'll see you later.